I'm here at Team Sport Harlow for the BIKC Regional Finals. The format works like this. The drivers are going to be split into two different groups by drawing at random for that group. We then compete in a series of 3 heats, and before each of those heats, there's a 4-minute qualifying session. That sets the grid for the heat. The race is then 8 minutes long, and at the end of your 3 heats, you'll have a certain number of points which will put you somewhere in the total order on the scoreboard. And where you are in that order will decide which semi-final you go into. The position you finish in at the end of the semi-final is what's going to dictate the grid for the grand final, and at the end of the grand final, it's the top 3 that go through to the nationals. So coming up, we've got qualifying for heat number 1, and then it's straight into the race of heat 1. Let's do it. The briefing room was filled with extremely fast kart drivers, so I knew that today I was going to have my work cut out for me. Welcome to BIKC Regional Final Qualifying Session 1. I had some good luck in the practice and I got one of the best karts. We were fastest of everyone in practice. It's now qualifying for the first race. I've drawn one of the worst ones, so that's how it can go. We're now going to try and do the fastest qualifying lap we can in 4 minutes. We're just going to go as quick as we can. I can't change my kart, so all I can do is go as quick as I possibly can and hope for the best. So I'm now going deliberately really slowly because, well, first of all, you're supposed to do walking pace under yellows, and secondly, I don't want there to be karts holding me up right at the fastest point of qualifying. So I'm going to go really, really slowly here. Here we go then. Okay, it's got a lot of front end. Guys behind us are right with us. Yeah, they're going to be getting a tow. We're not going to be on pole in this one. Yeah, it's lacking bottom end and top end. Let's see if we can make the difference. Guys behind us sticking with us, and now they're going to get the tow in the fast section. Right with us. We're about to get held up. A slow kart and traffic is not what we wanted from the first qualifying session. This isn't good. But in this situation, the only thing you can do is try and get some clean air and drive as fast as possible. So I had to make a move soon. About to get really held up. Oh, this is not good. Right, now we need some clean laps. With an open track in front of me, it was time for my fastest qualifying lap. Right, it's going to be this one. I'd spent the last few weeks coming to the members' nights at this circuit, and I'd had plenty of opportunity to practice qualifying laps just like this, but none of them had quite the pressure of doing it at the regional final. And with this kart, it was going to have to be a very good lap. Need a tow from 13, so we've got no power. Crucially, I found myself just behind the number 13 kart, the fastest in the fleet. And believe it or not, even on a track like this, a slipstream really does help your lap time. The only danger was being held up by that kart near the end of the lap. It was a good one, but where would it put me on the grid? Okay, so it looks like we're qualified 4th. Let's see what we can do. Let's hope these guys make some moves and they're not too defensive. We certainly don't want to move backwards because this is not a good start to the heats. We need to be a lot further forward than this. Who have we got behind us? So we have out-qualified the rocket kart. So number 13, number 8, we've managed to out-qualify them. Here we go. Heat number 1. A lot of things can happen. We need to not pick up any silly penalties. That can easily happen, especially whilst everyone's bunched up. Oh, that was bad. I got blocked. That screwed me. Okay, this is the gap in front of kart 20 here. Let's try and pull away from the group behind. Yeah, we don't have the pace on the straights. We've got no straight line speed. We've got absolutely nothing on the straights, so we're under threat from behind. Yeah, this kart is very slow. This is really slow. Oh my god. Yeah, we've not got hope of the podium. 4th place is all we can hope for in this race, unless they have some kind of issues in front. Got to be aware of the driver behind. Can't give them an easy pass. Not quite close enough at the moment. I'm relying on these 2 fighting. That went really badly. Okay, I think we might have inherited 3rd due to a penalty from that incident in front. It lost us a lot of time. There's nothing we could do. I'm reasonably happy with that. Could have been last place in kart 14. It has been in other sessions, so it's damage limitation. A shame, because we would have been much higher up, but let's just take that and hope we don't have any as bad as that in in the rest of the day. Thanks for watching so far, guys. So we inherited third position because of a penalty for kart number 20, but it actually got better than that. We then went on to inherit second position because the race leader was excluded for coming in underweight. There's an absolutely zero tolerance policy on weight in BIKC, and so you have to ensure you're over that 70 kilogram minimum when you come into the pits at the end of a race. But I couldn't rely on good fortune like that for the rest of the day. There were 2 more heats coming up where I just needed to perform well. I needed front of the grid finishes, and I needed to get them on merit. Okay team, welcome to Heat 2. We're going to go out for qualifying again. So just like last time, we have a short qualifying session before we go into the race. This time, however, we're in a kart which should be really good. We're number 5, we've drawn a good one. Danny over there is also in a good one. Number 13 here is quick too. This could go either way, but there's no excuses for me this time. This is a good kart, so I should qualify certainly top 3, maybe pole if I do well enough. So let's leave a big gap here. I think the driver in front is quite a lot slower than us. This was completely different to the first qualifying session. This time I knew I had a kart good enough for pole position. It's obviously just a bit of a warm-up lap here. I've never driven this kart before. Yeah, it's got a bit of a pointy front end, but it's got a really good engine. I wouldn't say I've made the most of this kart. It handles a bit weirdly compared to some of the others I've driven. It's kind of a bit understeer, a bit oversteer, but it's got a great engine. So I just need to have a tidy final few laps here as the tyres come up to temperature. We've got some traffic. Once again, there was the threat of traffic during my flying lap, but it looked like the next driver was just far enough in front that I shouldn't catch them before the end of this run. It was time to focus on accuracy and precision to maximise this good kart I had underneath me. This has been reasonable, let's hope we don't catch the traffic. This time we weren't close enough to get any kind of slipstream effect, but thankfully the engine on this kart was so much better than the first one that I didn't need a slipstream, so the lap had been clean and unobstructed. But how far up the grid could I qualify? We're definitely not lost. Oh, it's the 13 right behind us. The 13 is good. Good luck, dude. Yeah, let's just go. Let's just go. This kart's really good, so these two are really good. Both of our karts are comfortably better than the kart behind you. Here we go then. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks indeed, and if you've got this far, you're obviously liking the video, so why not give the video a like by clicking the thumbs up emoji, and while you're at it, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any videos like this in the future. Right, over to the race. The 13 behind us is a very quick car, so he is a danger no matter how well we drive. Let's just try and push. We don't want to have to defend, but enough of a gap that I shouldn't have to defend here, and we can just go and work together. Five doesn't turn left well at the bottom of the hill here. What's our gap? Yeah, we've pulled a little gap. Gap's increased. Gap's increased a little bit more. Let's just keep going. Our only real worry here is if I make some silly mistake after the red flag that Constantine is the field back up, but that was a bit of a mistake, that was bad. Really, really bad corn. What an idiot. Let's stop talking. So if I had this kart again, I've moved the seat forward one click. There's not enough front end. I get understeer in a couple of key corners, causing me to have to stay off the gas for too long. Cool. That's good. That's all we needed. Maximising the result in the good kart. Okay, P2 and P1. Not celebrating because the job's not done yet. We've got several races to go. And anything can still happen. Well, hello everyone, welcome to heat number 3. So, we've had a bit of a rubbish kart, we've had a good kart, and we're in like a middle. So we've had nice fair karts today. This kart finished right at the back in the previous race, but I don't think that's the kart's fault. So, qualifying again to begin with. Oh, we've got a kart change going on. What's going on? Oh, okay, he's been put in number 8. He's somehow got a change. Okay, right, so this is a bit controversial. So someone who was not happy with their kart has now got one of the top 2 karts. So this driver is probably going to be on pole. I would put money on number 8 being on pole. So the best karts are 13, 8, 5. We need a top 3 finish here. Okay, so qualifying for the 3rd heat, everything at the BIKC regionals is pretty crucial, and this qualifying lap is no exception. I knew I was in a reasonable kart, but you still had to pull the lap out and do well, because some of my rivals were in extremely fast cars. It would be way too easy to underperform in qualifying and find yourself somewhere well down the order, and that would ruin the day. Now, up until this point, I'd managed to dodge some bullets. I'd had a damage limitation race when I got a bad kart in the 1st heat, and then I had a strong finish by winning heat 2. Bit too tight. But a top 3 finish in this race would mean I was highest point scorer in my group. So who's first? Is it going to be Mr. 8? What did we say?
I would put money on number 8 being on pole.
We predicted number 8, so it's a fast driver in a fast kart. Right, I need a sensible race here. We're only going to go for a move that's really clear. So this race would turn out to be frustrating, but quite straightforward. Yeah, look at the pull 8 has. Over the course of the next 8 minutes, there would be times when I could close right up to the tail of kart number 8. But then on the following straight, the gap would increase by a few kart lengths, making it completely impossible for me to make a move down the inside into one of the key overtaking areas. All that I could do was drive as cleanly as possible and hope that the driver in front made a big enough error that it would keep me on his tail into an overtaking zone. So we're never going to have a chance into here because 8's just too quick on the straights. No, we're not close enough. We'd have to send it and we're just not close enough, so I don't think we'll have a chance with this car. Let's just try and make sure we do finish second. Yeah, 8's too quick. Let's just work on finishing second. Need to not let 13 catch up. If he catches traffic or makes mistakes, then we'll go for it. And mistakes were still happening, like this barrier hit here out of turn 1, but none of them were enough to put me close enough to make a move. Let's see, if he keeps making mistakes, you never know. We need to get back in the toe. Hopefully he's feeling the pressure. Unfortunately, however, although I'd managed to close back in, this was a false dawn, because eventually the driver of the number 8 kart got his act together and started really exploiting it. And from that point onwards, there was nothing I could do to stay close, and I finished in a lonely and distant 2nd position. Right, here we go. That's all I could do. You can see there was no chance to get number 8 there. So for a mid to good car, P2's good. Happy with that. So we've had a 2nd, a 1st and a 2nd, which is a decent haul in the heats. Let's see where that puts us for the semis. Hopefully someone in the front. So we just drew kart number 18, one of the worst karts on the grid. But I'm currently sitting in kart number 5, which is one of the best ones. And that is because the rental kart gods decided to give me a loose steering wheel in number 18, and this was the only kart available, so we'll take that. Let's hope 5's as good as it used to be. Now remember, we said we wanted to go 1 click forward in 5. So if I had this kart again, I'd move the seat forward 1 click. There's not enough front end. Now, although I knew I had a good kart underneath me, I also had a very good driver behind me. Louis Draper had qualified 2nd for this semi-final, and he was going to do everything in his power to get past me and qualify at the front for the final. This is Louis here, he's rapid. Pole position for the final would go to the driver who won their semi-final with the fastest lap. So as well as trying to win this semi-final, I also had to set a quicker fastest lap than the driver who would go on to win the next semi-final. And since they would have warm tyres and ours were stone cold, that was going to be a very difficult task, especially if I ended up having to defend from Louis. I'd managed to fend off the early threat from Louis by defending into the hairpins, but now I needed to get my head down and try and set some fast laps if I was going to have any chance of qualifying on pole for the final.
Cold tyres, just trying to build the temperature. We need some kind of gap to Louis. If we don't have a gap, we can't do fast laps. We need to get some more tyre temperature. We still have a gap.
Things were going well, but then there came an unexpected yellow flag. I seemed to notice the lights turning green earlier than Louis, and that gave me a much bigger lead once the yellow flag had cleared, and that in turn gave me the freedom to push for some fast laps.
Okay, he missed it going green. I reacted slightly earlier to the green than him, so I was looking at a light. So we've got a bit more of a gap now. Hopefully with this longer race, we can build some tyre temperature. What's encouraging is, I made a couple of mistakes, and he didn't catch me. I think 5, this one we're in, is the 3rd fastest car here. There's less understeery through the long right hand there because I've moved the seat forward.
By this stage, I built a healthy gap to second place, and the lap times were also looking reasonably good, and that meant my semi-final win was looking assured. But there's always some potential mechanical drama just around the corner.
Oh, my brakes are stuck on. My brakes are stuck on. That wasn't good. My brakes are stuck on. Okay. Oh, yeah, the brakes began to bind at the end, probably because they're getting hot, or I know they've had a lot of abuse today, but into on the exit of the first hairpin there on the last lap, you probably couldn't feel it on the video. It probably doesn't look enough, but you could feel them sticking on, and that was a worry, but luckily it was the final lap. And we probably don't have this kart again, but I still take it.
It's been a while since I've given you an update, and that's because it's been a busy, busy day. It's currently 9 PM. The final is the next thing for me. We're going to be starting first or second, and that depends on how fast the person who wins this next final is. We had to go out with cold karts, so it's unlikely that my 32.3 is going to be quick enough to give me pole position for the final. That's fine, the top 3 go through, so I just need to white line it, defend like crazy, regardless of which kart you get, and then hope that that's enough to make it through to the grand final. That's it, that's where we are. Thanks for watching so far. If you've been enjoying this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. The channel's grown a lot this year because of events like this and all the different kind of events and activities and kart builds and everything that we've been doing this year. So thank you very much for supporting the channel. I'll hand over to myself in the kart right now. Let's see how the final goes.
Well, guys, you've made it this far. Thanks for watching all these races. Thanks for joining me on my BIKC side quest. I'm hoping after this race that quest continues to the national finals, because we're starting on pole position for the middleweight class here. And we're in a decent kart. We're number 15. You'll remember this one from earlier. This is the one I finished second in the 3rd heat. It's the final. Anything can happen. We've got a quick driver at number 13. Let's try not to lose a place on the first lap at least, and then hopefully it'll string out. Right, let's go.
The driver in second place, Taylor Barnes, had drawn kart number 10, and although I hadn't seen that kart in use during the regionals today, over the weeks of practice running up to this event, number 10 was always in the top 3. So the question was, once Taylor warmed up the tyres, just how good would number 10 be? Well, I was about to find out.
So it's really about how well the kart number 10 is driven, because it's been a good kart in the build-up to today, but hasn't really been used much today. Go. He's still with me. I can hear him. He's not close enough to attack though.
But I was underestimating Taylor and the number 10 kart, because on the following lap he made an audacious dive down my inside and very nearly took the lead.
Okay, 10's quick on the straights. We're going to have to defend.
So what followed next was 13.5 minutes of me sticking to the inside of the track, and defending as if my life depended on it. And if I wanted to win the final, I had absolutely no choice.
Here we go, it's defense time.
At the end of every long straight, Taylor was right on my tail, and as I'd already seen, he would take any opportunity to make a dive down my inside.
Defense. If I defend, he has to defend.
My hope was that I could back Taylor into the karts behind, forcing him to defend as well, which would both slow him down and take away opportunities for him to attack me. And by now, what had been a 2-horse race for the win had turned into a 5-kart battle for the podium.
We don't really have the straight line speed here.
But what we did have was track position. And as I discovered in the practice races during the members' nights, on this circuit it was possible to defend, but keeping the lead relied on the kart behind not pushing you into the hairpins, and importantly not squeezing down your inside as you go down the ramp. And that's an area I'd lost a place in one of the practice races. I'll show you what I mean here. As I head into the first corner, I defend on the entry, but it was crucial to also defend on the exit by getting your car all the way over to the left-hand side, so there was no chance of the kart behind you making a cutback down the hill. And this technique was working. As the minutes counted down, the drivers behind were getting increasingly desperate to make a move, even pulling alongside me in the braking zones in an attempt to go around the outside. But every time I fended off one of their attacks, I felt more and more confident that I could hold this position until the end. But it would still only take one small mistake from me or a nudge from behind to push me wide and allow several karts through. Could I keep this lead for the final few minutes and guarantee my place at the BIKC National Final? After all of the hours of practice and all of the racing throughout the day today, there was just one lap remaining. A single tour of Team Sport Harlow that stood between me and a ticket to the BIKC National Final. With the karts behind now scrapping over the podium positions, I finally had a comfortable gap. So I had the opportunity to really enjoy that last lap of the day, safe in the knowledge that nobody was close enough to challenge me for the win. It had been incredibly hard work to get this far, but for the time being at least, I can enjoy the moment.
Yes! Yes! We did it! Yes! 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 Woo! That was good! Oh, that was hard! That was hard. That was so lucky that I learned how to defend on one of the members' nights. I got overtaken there on a members' night and I learned I had to really hug the inside, so let's go get Wade to make it official. Well done, dude. Well done, man. Well done, local champion. Oh, thanks, man. Hi, mate. Thanks, dude. Good luck for yours. Go try and get a podium in this one.
In third position and going through to national from this round, we have Louis Draper. In second place, we have Taylor Barr. But your regional final winner for middleweights today, it is Philpot.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Thank you very much.
Okay, give a big hand, guys. You're middleweight winner.
Right guys, so that's it. That's BIKC regional finals here at Harlow. This was a good day. I had the right luck at the right time, got the right karts when I needed them, and did a good enough job with the ones that weren't so good. So worked out well. We're going to Warrington and I'll see you there for the next one. It's going to be in about a month's time. Thanks for watching so far. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'll see you on the next one. Love you, bye. That was amazing. Thank you. Well done, dude. Well done for not giving up. You could have gone home earlier, you having such a bad day, and you stuck with it.